Hello everyone, I'm Nathan Carson, and thank you for watching my video about the role of policy in agriculture. Agriculture is more than just about growing food. In fact, policy is an integral part of agriculture. Policy helps determine what kinds of foods are produced, the way it's produced, and how it's distributed. Agricultural policy often affects our local food system here in Gainesville in ways that are both seen and unseen. In order to get a closer view of the interaction between policy and our local community here in Gainesville, I decided to interview two of my peers who also attend the University of Florida. Let's hear what my friend Andrew,
what does
a building and construction major, has to say about agricultural policy.
I eat at least 3 meals a day, and so ag policy governs the type of ingredients and the foods that's going into my body, and it's also providing food for my family and friends in our greater community.
So what constitutes good ag policy?
I think good ag policy really incorporates 2 points. The first one being health and safety, and making sure that farmers and especially on the industrial side are using proper insecticides and pesticides and to protect us and the food that goes into our bodies. And I think the second thing is good ag policy encourages innovation and experimentation and really pushing it so that we can continue to provide quality food for the masses.
So what areas of policy do you think need improvement to help feed a hungry planet?
I would really like to see more improvement on the innovative side of for our local communities, really encouraging the communities to embrace local farmers markets and for local farmers to really be embraced as opposed to just kind of forgotten or not even thought of where our food comes from.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
As Andrew noted, agriculture plays a vital role in our daily lives since we all have to eat. Good policy should help protect the consumer from harmful pesticides and diseases, as well as promoting innovation in the agricultural sector. In order to increase innovation in agriculture, Andrew says that we should support local farmers markets in order to put the consumer in closer contact with the farmer. This will also help support a farmer's income and help him reinvest in new, innovative technologies and practices.
So Ian,
next,
how do you think
let's hear what my friend Ian,
affects
a
your
food
life
and
in
resource
ways that are both
economics
seen
major,
and
has to
unseen?
say about agricultural policy.
So in ways that are seen, you have I'll go to the farmer's market here in Gainesville and get something I want to eat that looks delicious. You know, it's cookies or maybe some smoked fish, and you look on the back of it and it says pet food only, especially raw milk, and that's another issue. And what you have is these regulations that basically say that if you prepare food like somebody would prepare food in their kitchen, that you can't sell it for human consumption. And that keeps people from building businesses. That makes people circumvent the law, and it removes these, in practice, removes these public protections from actually being affected.
Mm-hmm. What about in ways that are more unseen?
Well, the ways that are unseen, you go to the fast food restaurant and a Big Mac costs less than a salad. Well, I mean, think about how many acres it takes to make some lettuce versus to making hundreds of pounds of grain and water and feeding a cow and milking a cow to produce a cheeseburger. There's a lot more in the cheeseburger than there is in the salad, but because we have these major grain subsidies, animal feed subsidies, counter-cyclical payments, we end up with a distorted marketplace where the food that's actually healthier for our bodies costs more, even though it takes fewer resources to produce.
Okay, so how do you think policy is made?
It's sort of this combination of good intentions, bad outcomes, and really good lobbying, where you have players who want to get certain things done for their constituencies, and usually are good at getting that done, but those constituencies don't necessarily affect the needs or desires of the American people.
Okay, so how do you believe that citizens can help influence the way policy is made?
First of all, know the law, and that's before anything else. Know where the law sits today. Is the law being enforced? Is the law being unenforced? Is there unequal enforcement? Is the law being written with one sort of intention and the effect is something totally against what that intent was? Once you know the law, you can kind of see what the legislative process was that made that law come into place, And really, that's the point where you can take action and say to your representative in Congress, your senator, or at the state level, your state senator, your representative at the state level, this is not what we should be trying to do, or we passed this law to try to do this, and what it does is actually not accomplish that at all.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
As Ian noted, agricultural policy can deeply impact our daily lives in ways that are both seen and unseen. This can be from the way our food is labeled, to what kind of food is available, to how much it costs. In fact, agricultural policy is influenced oftentimes by large lobbying groups who desire to see agricultural policy change in a way that benefits them or reflects their desires. However, this sometimes causes unintended consequences which can be harmful to the general public. As a result, it is up to us as consumers to be aware of the issues of agricultural policy. By understanding how agricultural policy affects our daily lives, we can then change agricultural policy for the better and help promote the sustainability of our food systems. This is especially important when we think about local policies. For instance, in the city of Gainesville, we have the opportunity to interact with our city commissioners, or in Alachua County to interact with our county commissioners. If we have an active role in researching the issues and letting our voices be heard amongst those who craft our policies, we have the opportunity to create lasting change for the better to benefit everyone in Gainesville. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation about the role of policy in agriculture, and I hope you learned something today. Thank you.